This is part 4 of my video about future of civilization, the brave new world. It is about devolution of humans. We see that since this pandemic COVID-19, that many people have no critical thinking, they no ability to think independently. They follow government orders, and this is quite disturbing. And because it is already estimated that IQ level of our in the world, average IQ level is dropping, and to the beginning of 22nd century, average IQ of the population will be below 85. What this means, IQ below 85? People with IQ below 85 cannot get any job. They cannot do anything in the world, in the modern world, and in future it will be even more so. So these people are problem creators, not workers. They are, they cannot produce food, they cannot produce anything of value for our civilization. In part, it is explained by distribution of intelligence of ingenious people, and mostly low IQ people. They are in sub-Saharan Africa, and in some areas already average IQ below 60. Meanwhile, high IQ areas includes China, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan, South Korea, and average IQ in Europe is dropping. In Americas also dropping. It's in large part it is because of migration of people from Africa and also from Middle East, but also the IQ of indigenous people, Europeans and Americans, is dropping too. Why we will talk about this. So we see that again that the areas with the lowest IQ, they have the high birth rate. So the high birth rate is in sub-Saharan Africa and exactly in areas of low IQ. So you see correlation in sub-Saharan Africa. IQ is below 60, and we have the highest rate of birth rate in the same areas. It's already established that the size of brain size was growing during human evolution, and the highest, largest amount of, largest volume of the brain was in Cro-Magnon people. Cro-Magnon people in average were having brain 1,500 milliliters. Modern humans have almost 300 milliliters smaller brain. And this is also some indication that intelligence is dropping. Why it is dropping? We can talk a little bit about this. So what we have, that industry, that's food industry, is promoting sugar-rich drinks, soft drinks for children, and I see that how much kids are addicted to this high sugar content soft drinks. Little bit more, the people, more prosperous people, they have also its own problem, because sweet dried fruits are promoted as healthy, and juices, also juices with high content of fructose and other sugars, promoted as healthy food. Result is such that the children are getting more and more sick from this high content of food, from the processed food, which is potato chips and etc. That all this food contain a lot of fructose, a lot of carbohydrates, which all increase content of sugar in the blood. Eventually, high content of glucose in the blood leads to obesity. This is so-called sexy American girls. So you see they're all overweight, And how it works on brain, it's quite already established. So if even healthy person drinks a lot of beverages with high sugar content, it results in shrinking of the brain. Meanwhile, for brain development during pregnancy and in first months of the growing, human infants, the toddlers, they need a lot of fat. 60% of the brain is made of fat. And then especially kids need so-called healthy fats like DHA and EPA, which are available from pickled fish, for example, pickled fish. So toddlers, if toddlers don't get enough of this DHA, brain does not develop. So for brain development, we need this DHA, choline, folic acid, and other very important substances, which normally in this breast milk replacement mixtures is not. It is not in there. Okay. So what we have that even if some parents have enough money to provide children with good healthy food, they instead they buy a lot of this high sugar content juices and fruits, which are also very heavy in sugars, and some dried sweet fruits. And it is very much promoted by medical professionals as healthy food, but it works quite opposite. So what we have, the brain is shrinking if consumption of sugar is very much, and especially in toddlers, the problem that if they are not getting enough of healthy fat, they cannot develop brain. So they already lost. This brain will not develop further in older age.